Nestled in between facades of 1930s brick-and-mortar buildings, many still donning the worn painted advertisements of bygone eras, where the current fare of signs proclaimed the trendy names of current days, Hops and Hollers, Southern Grit, and Remedy Coffee, in Old Town Knoxville, Tennessee, lies a 13-acre Victorian cemetery. Its winding thoroughfares twist lazily through the redbuds and dogwoods, whose blossoms shower the unmarked graves of paupers and exquisite monuments of statesmen and socialites alike. Oaks loom, their massive branches outstretched as if pleading to the heavens to offer grace to the souls of their wards. Crocus hugs the ground in scattered patches, searching for warmth and sunlight among the cold stones. Two entities wander the plots, one whose story stands firm in local history, the other in nebulous mystery. Founded in 1850, when the Civil War had split the state asunder and turned once cordial neighbors and kinfolk into mortal enemies, the place itself was consecrated among death and discord. In 1965, Confederate Abner Baker returned to his hometown to the news of his father James Harvey Baker's brutal death. Dr. Baker had been rumored to take in Confederate soldiers to treat and nurse back to health. 2 years before Abner's return, raiding Union's troops had marched down Kingston Pike, busted in his front door, and fired a salvo of bullets through his barricaded bedroom door, killing him. Upon hearing this, Abner came into town and had words with the local postmaster and ardent Unionist, Will Hall. Hall began to strike Baker with his cane, at which point Abner drew his pistol and shot him dead where he stood. Abner was immediately arrested, but later a group of Hall's friends and fellow Unionists seized the jail and dragged Abner to a tree by the river and hung him. It is said that the townspeople considered that tree so haunted that when it fell years later, none dared to salvage the wood. Legend has it if you sit beside Abner's grave on a full moon, his lopped neck visage will materialize before you, mouthing words that no one in this realm can hear. The second specter is known as Dark Aggie. Appearing near dusk, there are countless stories of an eerie shadow that stalks among the interred. Some have reported hearing their names whispered with a cold rush of air on the napes of their necks, only to turn around and find no living soul. Soon after, they catch sight of a robed figure of black and flowing smoke, his path intertwining aimlessly through weathered stones. But beware, if you visit, keep your head and pay no mind, and do not harbor his ghastly gaze, lest you join the troves of patrons chased from the grounds by the mysterious Dark Aggie.